Why? Just why? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin. I'm the Geek. You're watching Kevin the Geek. Welcome back to another episode of Goodnight Sweetheart. And just a quick update, just so you know exactly what is happening. Today, I am doing a double upload because 2 weeks' time from today, which is when I would have done the next episode, it is very close to Halloween. So I'm going to do some Halloween-related content. So I've brought that episode 2 weeks earlier to do it today instead. So it'll be one episode at 7 o'clock. The other coming out at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then of course we'll be back with it in November, doing it pretty much on a weekly basis. And on this day, pretty much what I've kind of been waiting for every time I do these on this day in history, the 14th of October, 1943. It's pretty special. So it was a Polish concentration camp called Sobibor. I might be butchering the pronunciation. Please do not. Please forgive me. But it was a concentration camp that was in Poland, occupied, of course, and run by Nazi Germany as part of Operation Reinhardt. There was actually an uprising on this day. There was a prisoner revolt. It was apparently supposed to involve two phases, where they initially kill a lot of the SS officers and then they sort of walk out the gates and walk on the way to freedom. Didn't quite make out the way that they were hoping it for. They had to escape climbing over barbed wires, had to run through a minefield under heavy machine gun fire. So of the approximately 600 prisoners that were in this camp, about 300 of them made it out of the camp, and about 60 of those 300 did manage to make it. Sort of, they were able to survive the war. So, really, a really nice story to hear about this. The fact that these people that, in theory, they were going to die, but they stood up against their captors. Some of them managed to make it to freedom, and some of them managed to survive the war. So that's a really, really nice, I think, story to kind of hear from that. So we're on episode 8 of series 4 today. This one is apparently called Come Fly With Me.
A new day is born.
I didn't know what that one was. Yeah. Well, that's saying something. I mean, it's a messed up film. I would actually. What? Oh. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? Oh dear. Oh, oh, oh. All right, Doctor Who. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh my. Yeah, it's a bit stronger. Oh my. She knows the male mind so well. Oh, way up. Well, um, this is the problem with being in in the blitz sort of time. You don't really get to have a really exciting stag do. It's like, where should we go? Is there a pub open? Yeah, we'll go to the pub. So you can't do the stuff that you'd probably do. Like a lot of people, like, they go, oh, what should we do for stag do? Let's go paintballing. Let's go bungee jumping. Let's do this, that, and the other. You can't really do that in the war. What? Oh my god, yeah. That's an oldie. No, no. Uh, as long as the flag doesn't go to half mast. Hey up. Is he now? Is he now? I don't know which stag do is going to be more boring. It's literally either having drinks in the 90s or have drinks in the 40s. Probably rather do it in the 40s. Yeah. Hey, he had Yvonne's mum. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. I mean, it is very complex. Yeah. That's a bit weird. Yeah. Dude, that's literally tantamount to you giving him a hand job. Why? 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 Just why? Yeah. At least he did it before the movie. Yeah. Have a manly drink. Yeah. 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 He's definitely been flying the flag for him, all right. Yeah. Yeah. But he can't, he's never met him yet. God, can you imagine if Reg was actually alive? Oh, I should have guessed. This must have been the weirdest booking request ever. Yeah, can we have a stripper because she'd be dressed like the 40s? Oh, he's missed it. He's that excited. Okay, the craziest and easiest booking she's ever had. Well, you did get paid for literally what, 20 seconds of work? Oh god. Oh, here we go. He's gonna be a wreck for the wedding. These are mother brown. Get your knees up, get your knees up, these are mother brown. Turned out to be quite a good stag in the end, hasn't it? Enough, Reg. Thank you. Enough tea. What? Is this a dream? This has got to be a dream. What? Oh my god, what? Yeah, this has got to be a dream. Oh no. Is, that, is this a dream or is it not? Did you crash? Yeah. It's gotta be a dream. Yeah, here he goes. He's gonna wake up. Wake up in what? Right. So they'll shoot you. Oh. Oh. So saying on the clock it's 7:15 in the morning. Well, I presume in the morning. Dude, if you've been up all night, you are not waking up. Is it now? Well, oops. Oh.
Goodnight.
Oh. Right. Okay. So if I had to be doing this on a as a double upload day, I couldn't have chosen this any better because effectively, I guess is now in a way going to be a bit of a two-parter because theoretically, Gary presumably is going to wake up late for his wedding. Even that's if it is actually his wedding day still, because I'm going to come to that in a second. But let's presume everything that we've seen there has literally happened in this one single night. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, if that has all happened in one night, he's been awake for a good, close to 24 hours. He's going to be all wiped out. He's going to sleep past. What time did he say the wedding was? Was it 12:30? So presumably, if he's gotten in at 7:15, even if let's say 4 hours at a bare minimum, and that's if he's lucky. I mean, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11:45, and he's then theoretically got he'll have an hour and 45 minutes to go to whatever shop this is, wherever it is, to be able to get the rings that he's got engraved. Then he's got to get to the east end of London, which is supposedly where the shop is, which, putting it mildly, Cricklewood is like the west side of London. So he's got to get all the way across town. Then he's got to go through the portal, and then from wherever that is, he's then got to go to the church. Gary, mate, I think you are missing your wedding. Let's put it mildly. Right. I'll try and do as much of a recap as I can without going too in depth, because obviously, there'll be an episode later on today, which I'm presuming is going to be sort of like the follow-up and the immediate aftermath of this episode. So Yvonne, we'll start with her. She is theoretically going down this new avenue of trying this new thing, and good for her. I would say good for her as a character, going through a very traumatic experience of losing your baby, to come out to the other side with a very positive mindset and really trying to kind of move forward. There was a moment in there where Phoebe's like, who would look at me? You know what? I have to say, obviously we're now 8 episodes into having recast Yvonne and Phoebe. I barely even remember what the old versions were like. What I do kind of remember is Yvonne really annoyed me with how naggy she was. This new Yvonne seems to have gone down a softer side. Even just there, oh, Gary, you've slept in so much, I'm going to turn the alarm off, let you have some sleep. I don't think I would have seen that with the old version of Yvonne. So it's interesting. It's really interesting, seeing these new versions of the characters, and they, on one hand, they feel so completely new and refreshed, and at the same time, exactly how they were before. I feel that they've the casting people, or whoever it was that's chosen these two, Emma Amos and Elizabeth Carling, whoever it was that's chosen these two to replace the originals, they've done a damn fine job in being able to find someone who not only kind of looks vaguely similar. I mean, Yvonne obviously is a different hairstyle, but beyond that, you know, they do feel very much like the original characters. So I do apologize for the bark that's just going on in the background. Apologies for that. But yeah, so I'm really on board with that. So when they're going like, who would date me? I would, because again, like the new version of Phoebe, I think I prefer her to the previous version. Again, like she was always so sharp and to the point. But again, like she's so much more softer, so much more, I don't know, motherly. Is that maybe the right phrase? But she is just all round. I think if I literally had all four of them lined up in front of me, and I was looking for someone for me to date, I would probably be more likely to go for your new Phoebe or new Yvonne rather than the old versions. I don't know if that makes sense for you guys, and maybe you'll agree or disagree with that. They obviously, Ron's going through his divorce, and they've sort of teased something here that Ron may potentially give up on the business, or he may lose the business or something, which would mean that Gary can't get his printing. That'll be interesting if they go down that avenue and deal with that. We will have to see what happens with there. But that will be an interesting, different story dynamic and how that potentially changes things. Because I think that's the thing we forget. Like, again, Ron does so bloody much for Gary. Gary does not deserve him as a friend. He really, really doesn't. So, I'll just now briefly talk about the Stag aspect of that, because there's none of that makes sense. So, if that legitimately happened, if that did happen, the whole aeroplane thing, what that has suggested is that, so Gary's been going backwards and forwards with his two stags, and I don't know what the closing times of the pubs would have been in the sort of the time of the Blitz, right? But what we're taking into consideration, even if, let's say, like they've locked up really early, let's say like 8, 9 o'clock, let's put it mildly, right? That leaves you in a situation where you've got approximately, if we're saying about 9 o'clock, that would be giving you about 10 hours for theoretically Gary to be drunk. Whoever it was, you know, the Steve or whoever, has taken him to a nearby airfield, has literally taken him on a joyride, which seemingly also sounds like it was something that was almost like a planned thing anyway. So we're quite lucky that this has just sort of come together. Then he's literally travelled so far that he's over the channel, closer to France than he is to England. And then Gary has supposedly slept through an entire dogfight. And the plane is getting ready to crash, and it seemingly does crash, or at least ditches into the water. They're then in a dinghy, and yet somehow Gary manages to make it back to his house, let alone just to England. He manages to get back by about 6:45 in the morning. So, if that has literally happened, he's been picked up by, I presume, a submarine, which that is then, in theory, got him then back to at least the south coast. But then he's obviously got to get back from the south coast to London, which, if he's flying, like, surely they'd only be able to do a short flight before then he has to go by car to get into, like, you know, the East End and whatnot. Or he literally drives back, which, even if you're doing it in modern days with the modern cars, you're probably talking, you know, a good 2.5 hours. I'd say, yeah, about 2 hours maybe, from sort of like Calais to London-ish sort of thing. But with it being the olden times, with cars which I presume were on the slower side, it might take you a little bit longer. So that might be more close to 2.5, 3 hours. So logistically, in my head, like, there's just something that doesn't quite add up. Do you know what I mean? There's something that's a bit like, really? You sure about that? Anyway, regardless, it was a damn good episode, and it's left us on a damn good cliffhanger to see what happens in the next episode. So, like I said, I'm going to watch the next episode right now. You can watch it later on today around about 5 o'clock. But that's going to do it for today. Please drop me your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. please do subscribe, turn on notifications, drop the comments below, and of course, if you want to support me further, you can do so over on Patreon to get exclusive content, guaranteed reactions, and early access, including a load of pre-recorded Christmas episodes that are going to be coming out. And then, of course, Christmas itself is going to have a bunch load, pretty much an entire month's worth of exclusive content this year. So make sure you do not miss out. That is going to do it for now. Until next time, my name is Kevin. I am a geek. You've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.